Hey guys, welcome back to Zagami Beauty. I'm Krysia. If you're new here, of course, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. It's going to be a very unexpected video, at least for me, because I was not expecting this release from BECCA, you guys. These are some seriously interesting products to me. We have the DEWING tint, which is supposed to be just a very light tinted moisturizer, and then the powder that matches, the Finishing Veil powder. Talc free from what I can tell, and it's supposed to be just enough to bring down some shine but still let your skin look nice and glowy. Super interesting new releases from BECCA. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, of course I invite you to subscribe, to like, to comment. Let me know down below your thoughts on this video, as well as if you've noticed this release and if you're thinking about getting it. I'm super curious about this product, you guys, so no more hesitating. Let's get straight into this first impression review. I was not expecting this to be released. I didn't hear any whispers of it myself. Scrolling through late night Sephora app, what's new section, I'm sure a lot of us do it. I noticed these the other day and I just really didn't hesitate. So we have a luminous dewy skin tint, 8 shades, not a huge range because I'm not expecting a lot of coverage. So I don't think the shade has to be super exact. I went with the light called Orbit 2. And then the finishing powder comes in 6 shades. Again, it's supposed to be very sheer. I got the first shade, which is in Scattering. Really cute packaging. I was really curious, so I'm not going to hesitate any longer. The ingredients look really good, you guys. So little tube packaging. I noticed hyaluronic acid, squalene, shea butter, vitamin E. We'll see. Not super runny, almost like a jelly-like texture. We'll do one side with my hand and then one side with the kabuki brush. This tone is quite peachy. I almost feel like that could have covered my whole face. It's so awkward doing just one half of the face because I want to just take both of my hands and like mush it. I have nothing underneath except my skincare and sunscreen. That is dewy. Like dewy. Slightly less coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Foundation. I still have a little bit on there, but I'm going to put maybe just a little bit more. I think you really need almost like a pea size for your whole face. I feel like there's a little bit maybe too much on this side. Very emollient, not overly creamy. It just sort of has that slight shiny slip to it. Not much of a scent to it. Okay, it's not setting down at all. It does feel like a tinted moisturizer. Very emollient. I'm curious to see how that finishing powder looks and feels on top. It's supposed to just set down enough of it so it doesn't look overly greasy but still retain that dewiness. For everyday coverage, I think it's so pretty. I don't think it's going to be like a long wearing product or anything like that. I would say this is sort of in between like a MAC Face and Body and then the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. Let's put a little bit of concealer on because we need to. Let's face it, 5:30 wake ups lately from my toddler. I don't know what it is. She never really liked to sleep in. My second one loves to sleep in, but the first one is just like, let's get going. I don't have a brush with me, so I'm just gonna use my fingers. So if anyone has super dry skin, you would love this. Like you would actually really love this. It just gives an evenness to the skin, and that glow is just, it's just staying there. It's not diminishing. So flexible with the skin, you know, it's not settling in anywhere. Very sheer coverage. We're talking, like I said, sheer to light. Coverage wise. Let's go in with the powder now. This is so curious to me because I love the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder. I feel like that one is quite a light coverage, just sort of a take the grease down, leave the shine on type coverage. I'm hoping this is very similar. So cute. Oh my goodness. We have some interesting ingredients, a little bit of glycerin, we have some licorice root, some castor oil, mica, a vinyl type product. Definitely no talc in here, and I think that's what's going to make it probably quite flexible on the skin and still quite sheer. I do feel quite moisturized and tacky. This has not set down at all. Let's hope this takes down some of that shine. Now, I'm not getting a ton of product going onto my brush. I feel like it's quite packed down. I'm gonna actually use something with a little bit more oomph. Let's see if this Charlotte Tilbury brush will. Still not picking up a ton. So I have my Sonia G Face 1 brush, kind of a buffer brush, flat top. And it's picking up a little bit more. I feel like you need almost like a coarse brush. Oh, but it's enough to take down the shine. Let's take a peekaroo. I feel like it almost has this initial hard pan on there because once I dig through that, I'm getting quite a bit of product. So I don't know how I'm feeling about this, you guys. That's quite enough powder, I think. It still feels slightly tacky, like just a bit. The powder did take down some of that really intense shine, but the glow is still definitely peeking through. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell the hard pan that's in there. I'm just gonna try and take a Kleenex or tissue and just remove that initial hard pan. Yeah, I feel like that was half the problem. And now I feel like if I take my fluffy brush, yeah, I'm getting way more product. Most of that tackiness is gone. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and come back and give you guys sort of my overall thoughts. Okay guys, the rest of my makeup is on, and what are my thoughts? I'm not loving it, and the reason why is it's almost too emollient. I feel like maybe if I had super Sahara parched skin, I might enjoy that, but it feels very balmy and very occlusive. Like it's really cocooned my skin, which again, you might like that feeling. So I'm not gonna say it's a bad product. Some people might like that. I personally don't know if I like that heavy feeling. Sort of like a very rich cream, but slightly gel-like, not overly creamy, just kind of more slippy and gel-like. It's glowy, absolutely. The tint is pretty. The powder goes on top, and it had that really hard pan on it. Now it's kind of applying better, and maybe if I applied less powder, it would feel less heavy. I had to kind of dig through it to get that powder out. I feel like it's too heavy for my skin in particular. I'm combo, so like a little bit oily in the T-zone, quite dry to normal in the cheeks. I just feel like it's too heavy, and the makeup didn't apply overly well. I feel like it applied okay. The blending wasn't seamless because again, it has that real emollient tackiness to it. Take that as you will. I'm not going to say it sucks. It doesn't suck because the ingredients are lovely and it is really moisturizing and it is really dewy, and that's what it states that it does. The powder, yes, it keeps the skin still looking slightly dewy, and of course you could probably apply less than I did because I was kind of struggling to get through that hard pan. It does what it says. It does feel rich and juicy and plump. I'll give it that. I don't think I'm going to reach for it on a daily basis because I like to wear, of course, powder products in addition to creams, and I just don't know if it's that suitable for applying a ton of powder on top. I don't like that heavy feeling. That's just me personally. I hope you found this video helpful to make a good decision for your guys' skin type, your makeup preferences. And like I said, this might work for some people who really have dry skin and want that really dewy, juicy effect and mostly cream product application afterward. Let me know down below if you're thinking of getting it. I wish you all the best. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys go today, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.